I don't come from a military family, but I did fall in love with a member of the military and married him. Shortly after I was married, within a year, I found myself pregnant and then giving birth to a child who had a life-threatening hole in her heart. As I was looking for doctors and arranging her imminent surgery, my husband was coordinating our move to Okinawa. When she was 2 months, she had open heart surgery in Boston. By the time she was 3 months, my husband had already moved to Japan. So there I was, a new mother with a sick infant in a new country, leaving behind family and friends. I lost my job, my career. It was a lot. To civilians, this story may sound shocking, but to military folks, it's familiar. The fact is, all military families have stories to tell. Our stories make us stronger, resilient, but truthfully, many military spouses suffer in silence. 2020 in particular was a challenging year. We pivoted our programming almost immediately to ensure military families had access to resources, virtual activities for their families, access to timely, useful information about COVID-19, and more.
The Military Family Lifestyle Survey has been tracking issues that military families experience for over a decade now. Some of those issues come up every year. They're persistent: spouse employment, children's education, time away from family. All of those things have been intensified by COVID-19 and this global pandemic that we're in. So Blue Star Families takes those impacts that military families are experiencing and shares them with decision makers so that they can continue to best support their military families.
This year's been difficult for everyone, but military families have been particularly hard hit, which is going to be demonstrated in the findings you're about to see. The pandemic has hit military families' ability to access resources, their ability to achieve financial stability, and it's caused families to make difficult choices about life-changing issues, such as whether they should live apart or how they can protect their family and educate their children in this new environment.
2020 was a very challenging year for everyone, but in particular for military families. Well, some of the things that we saw from the survey this year are service members' experiences of racial and gender discrimination during their military service. We saw spouse employment concerns intensify for families who are trying to virtual school or homeschool their children because of the shifts in children's education. And we saw tremendous shifts for military children's mental health and the impacts of COVID-19 and school closures on military children.
I like to call our survey the People Survey, and this year, for the first time, the people get to be part of the release of it. Because due to COVID, we have this virtual event. And that means our members across the country are able to tune in, hear the results, and participate in the discussions afterwards. I think that's really exciting.
Military family resilience is absolutely tied to how well military families feel connected to the communities in which they live. Our hope is that, working together, we can better design and implement effective programs, solve problems, and minimize gaps when it comes to serving the unique needs of our military families.
I am grateful for each military and veteran family member who takes the survey. None of this work is possible without their voices. Their voices are what drives this change.
Our families are resilient, and they're the heroes in this story. Blue Star Families is here to help, to provide solutions, support, and to welcome them through our programming.